So the Dorrigo Hotel. So I'm in Dorrigo to go to the what they call the Rainforest Centre here, and pick up a PLB for my adventure. It's the only place that gives out free PLBs, and you can tell them what you're going to do and make a little fill out a form, and they lend you a PLB, which is a great idea. There should be more of it. There's not many places that actually do PLBs free, but this place is one of them, it turns out. I just stumbled across it accidentally. So nothing like a little bit of safety for this bit of the trip. First official road bridge. Woo! It's right here. As you can see, it turns into a bit of a flow. However, the river's really got no shade along this whole section. This whole section from just below the farm to this bridge, about 3-4 k's, is no trees protecting the edge of the creek, and so it's just open country, and then it goes back into national park. You can see there's a tyre here sitting in the water, which I'm just about to pull out. I'll get rid of that out of there because tyres are shown to leach shit out of them, so it's not a good idea to probably leave it in the river. It's been shown that they were seeing all these very small bits of rubber in the water, bits of plastic. They couldn't work out what they were because they were long, slightly long and elongated, like an oval shape. The rubber's rolling off the tyres. It forms this elongated piece of rubber as it rolls off, like a microplastic. And those microplastics, obviously on the roads and that, eventually make their way into the soil, the creeks, and then down the rivers into the ocean. I'm not sure the scale of that, but when you think about it, in Australia alone, we use about 25 million tyres a year. They say about one per person per year. Well, all that rubber coming off those tyres, when you think about it, has to go somewhere. And I'm a big encourager that they should start rubber catchers. So they're a little device that sits on the back of your tyre behind the wheels, and what they do is they catch the rubber, some rubber that comes off your tyres in these devices. And I think that would be a good step forward in reducing plastic pollution in the oceans and waterways. I know it's a big call. However, it's a simple measure that will make an impactful difference. I'm not saying get rid of tyres because they're amazing, but reducing the amount that comes off a tyre could be very beneficial for the environment. A shitload of baby wipes here too. Fucking things. They don't break down. We'll get rid of those too. Bugger it. One map I've looked at shows that the one going up to the left, up the hill there, is the Nymbodia, and on another map it shows this is the Nymbodia. What I'm actually going to do is go up this stream here and then come down this stream here. I think I'm going to go for a dip. It's pretty warm at the moment, so I'm going in there. And I'm going to call that my first official rapid run of the Nymbodia. Slide down that on my bum. First rapid of the Nymbodia. Well, unofficially, this is the first bridge crossing of the Nymbodia. Yeah, it's actually a hollow log that's been covered over. Okay, I'm now in the fern section. It's a lyrebird.
Seems a long way up. Amazing. Just hanging out in this creek, and I'm a long way up the creek. Like, they've either grown up here or done an epic effort, because there's only little runs like that. Well, I think I've come across the Great Mount Barren Falls. Tough going. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Oh. See, but about 300 metres in that direction is the top of Mount Barren. And there's this sort of, it's a swamp, it's like a swampland. It's all marshy and built up of things with all these patches of water, and it's all soggy. So it's a bit like a marshy lake. What I'd say is damn close to the source of the Nymbodia River. As you can see, there's a little stream just trickling down here. And yes, it is flowing very slowly. So after a lot of cursing, I managed to get this hammock up. Be a good morning. The plan is to try and capture the sunrise over these mountains at the back here, which the valleys, which is just an amazing sight. It's beautiful, beautiful scene. In this cloud in the distance, you can see is Mount Barren. It's clouded in. Lucky I'm not there today. So I came across the other side of the valley, and I've just been glorified by this amazing sunrise clouds in the valley. So this is the feed into Barren River. I found another downside to camping last night, and that is when the wind blows really strong and you got tied on relatively small but tall trees, you tend to bounce around a bit like a baby in a cradle with an overzealous grandmother. She was a bit rocky. Being on the top of Mount Barren, if I was to have a leak here, potentially the molecules of that leak could end up at Yamba. The first road bridge crossing here is called the Waterfall Way Road, and for good reason. Here's some shots took of some of the falls I visited while up this way. There's so many rivers and creeks that drop down from the hills to make for some very impressive waterfalls. I've been to a few of the easy ones, and then also a few of the not so easy. So if you like a good hike and a good waterfall, the Waterfall Way is definitely worth checking out, especially after some reasonable rains.
Sometimes you gotta give things up. Sometimes you better not let go. 'Cause I need to know when I'm down and in trouble. Jump in the water so far.
to Brick Bridge. Because there's no flow and I have no way of getting my gear back from there, I'm going to actually float down on this, which hopefully will get through all these shallow bits easy enough. So I'm just going to use an air mattress for quite a few kilometres and see how I go. If it gets hole in it, then I'll just have to walk. But there's a lot of there's a couple of big sections where I'm going to have to go down some decent waterfalls. So this will make it much easier to hike around. I don't have a what's known as a pack raft, so this is the go. This is my cheap pack raft. Woo! Oh. Shit! Shit! Whoa! Genetic manipulators, make something use your technology. Please, I'd like to put out a request to all the genetic modifiers out there. Could you make a blackberry bush without the spikes on it, please? That would be very good. You could walk through it, you could get your berries, and you can use it to compete with the other blackberries. It'd be a nice plant. I know it's a big ask probably, but think of the benefit to society. Okay, we've got a hole in the air mattress, so it's only a small one. I could keep blowing it up, but I might just put a patch on it. So here we go, just to make it a bit easier for not having to blow it up. Submit. It just needs another couple of centimeters, and I wouldn't have to do so much hiking. It's moaning and groaning. And over the gun. Get. Woo. Couldn't quite go as planned. Patches. Patch I put on with the thing is leaking. And there's one here. But we're not far. So I'm on persevere. Leap of faith. Leap of faith. We made it. Make that.